touch, and I know I'm gonna stay for always.
All right, so how's everybody today?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Good. It's a beautiful. Is it Thursday? Oh yeah, it is Thursday. You know, being quarantined, you kind of forget what day it is anymore.
It's a full moon, man.
It's like there's not even a true weekend anymore. It's just you know, wasn't for my my computer saying, "Oh, you had a show tomorrow." Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh
Yeah. I thought it was Thursday for a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, I forgot.
Yeah,
everything's dead. Everything's dead. It's the corona. It's dead, man. It's like the day after Mardi Gras, you know, like the day after the party, and you just have garbage and empty. Like everyone's like the day after the fair, you just see garbage and no people, just nobody.
Yeah.
What party did we have? Where was everybody at? And it was gone.
Yeah. While other people start, you know, jumping into the channel once they get their notification bell, then I'll introduce everybody. I don't want to do 3 times. Let people start coming in, but let me tell you guys a story Tuesday about. I mean, we all see the news about the virus. I'm not saying fake or not. Nothing about that. But Gabriel, Bob, my son, Gabriel, he's sick. He was sick. He's been sick. Okay. His girlfriend got sick, and he got sick. He had the cough and all that. But he said his lung has been hurting him for like a week.
Oh, is this the one that vapes marijuana, right?
I don't know, but just to be on the safe side, you know, just to be on the safe side, right?
Did he overvape?
All right, Shelly Morrison just jumped in. Flat Accord Music just jumped in. Wake Up News just jumped in. So some good people here, but so I went to call the doctor's office because they say you can't come down. You have to call first, right?
Yeah.
So I called the doctor and I told him his symptoms and all that. And you know, first like, he might have the coronavirus, so you can't come here, right? You got to go. There's a new clinic, Bob. You've been got at Manchester, but they built a new clinic down in Berrien. New building. Yeah. Go in there, tell them why you're here. So I go in there, and there's a sign that says no cameras, no phones are allowed to be used because you know people are filming everything.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, it is true. This parking lot was empty. Parking lot's empty. I take him in there, empty, right? Everything is empty. And she asked questions like they're supposed to. They had the mask on, the gloves, and they put a mask on him, which, okay, I get that. You know, she's, you know, how many people live at your house? You know, like, you know, there's 5 of us. You know, does anybody else is sick? I said, no, you guys have any medical conditions? I go, well, not that I'm aware of, but I actually have, I mean, I do have an invalid heartbeat. I do have an issue with the heart, not like deadly or anything, but my heart beats a little faster than the average person.
Yeah.
So I took it all down. Okay, we're gonna send me back to the doctor and you know that. So Gabe goes back there, and about 20 minutes later, he comes out. So I'm like, so how was the test? Oh, I guess I didn't qualify for the test.
What?
And you know, and what's weird is you know you hear on the news that
you didn't get the job.
But dude, the thing is, you hear on the news in Seattle, you hear on the news that people are getting tested. People don't even know they have the virus and they have it. I'm sitting there like, well, if my son is sick, lung is hurt, and he doesn't qualify to get a test, how are these other people who are not sick and they're finding out they have the virus? How does that work?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, so when they're giving out numbers, these numbers, you can't even say these numbers are true because people who are actual sick are not able to get the test. It's because he's too young, so they didn't want to watch the test. And I'm like, there's nobody in this office. There's not like there's 20, 30 people. You're gonna run out. So it's like, I'm like, you know, there's 5 people at our house, right? So what if he did have it?
Yeah,
and then everybody else has it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll never know because he wasn't allowed to get tested. So I just wanted to tell that little story. It was just kind of weird that.
So he didn't have the corona. He didn't pop positive for corona.
Well, the thing is, you never know because they didn't put a test on him. So they just know what they told him to do. Just go home and take a couple ibuprofens. Now,
Okay.
Ibuprofen, right? Now,
Yeah.
Now remember, if they give you a test, right, then you get to use a code called Corin19. What the code is it's no out of pocket for you. It's all paid for by the government.
Oh,
So
really? So it's a free clinic. It's free.
So I'm thinking that they do this so they could charge you because it's not considered a virus check. I'm not going to create a conspiracy, but it's kind of weird that I actually had to pay a co-payment. But everything under the COVID-19 is supposed to be free.
I want to go there. I'll be there in about a week and a half. I'll be there. I'll be back in the States. I'll go. He will film me. I'll go in. I got a little GoPro. I'll go in there. I'm going to tell him that my anus hurts. And I think aliens are doing it.
We got more people in here. We got Captain Rankin in here. He's a good friend to the channel. Shelly Morrison. Oh, our good buddy from the other paranormal channel, Clowns Paranormal.
Clowns here first time. We'll squeeze him in, maybe. Christine, I got scratched by a fucking ghost.
Well, let me tell people who she is. Let me tell people who she is. People, we have a guest on the show today. Her name is Christine. She's from a channel called the Paranormal TV. She's been around forever. She's been around. Her YouTube channel was created in 2013.
Yeah.
But I didn't upload consistently for the whole time.
Yeah, but you're one of the I consider one of the originals because you just didn't pop up because like the virus is out your home. Hey, let's do a paranormal channel. You've been doing it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You probably don't know this, that I actually followed you when I had my original channel called Mr. True Thoughts. That was my original channel. I followed you. And then, of course, I interviewed Bob on my channel about the Mandela effect, and they shut me down. So I had to create my other channel, Gypsy Road. Then I refollowed you under another name. So I actually followed you twice.
I think I remember that. I think I remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a small channel, so when I see it, like, I will remember certain people that comment over and over again.
You start knowing your people. You're knowing your people in the subs, like. You know, we got another person that came in, Singe Man. I know him. Toddler Mommy 83's in. So people, I'm gonna put her channel right here in the chat. So if you guys wanna please check her out. Her show is raw, it's real, it's nothing fake. She just tells you stories from the heart. And she's the sweetest person you'll ever meet. And I'm like one of the first shows she's actually been on, right? So
and I collab with other people like for investigations and stuff, but I've never streamed with anyone before.
Guys, we feel privileged. So
yeah, we don't want to scare you. We don't want to scare you.
So all of you
from Philadelphia, nothing can scare me.
So all of you say hi to her, and we welcome her to the channel. She's now part of the family. She's part of Lisa came in. She's a great follower. She's an awesome person. So, Bob, tell your story about the ghost.
No, so I did my Saturday show. It's always after the fucking shows, man. It happens after the show, and everyone's like, "Do you drink?" Okay, let's debunk me first. Let's walk through the stages. Yes, I have some beers, man. I can drink 18 tall boys and I'll be fine. There are no cats. There's no nothing. Conditions zero. There is nothing around me when I go to sleep. So, do I smoke the marijuanas? Yes, I do. I'm high. I'm a little bit lit, but I'm not scratching myself up.
Yeah.
Toenails are cut short. I'm trying to debunk myself, number one. So, I don't take it to the bank, but it's happened before. So it's a normal night. I do the show. It's like I pissed something up. Now, I'm in a haunted house in England, in Manchester. This motherfucker is haunted. The people that lived here, there was 2 teenagers that had to move out because they had drawn pictures of what they saw a woman with her son come down from the ceiling down, and they're short with claws. A clown, I told Clown said they're pixels or pixies, which could be. She drew with long nails. They had 3 fingers, long nails. So anyway, I got attacked downstairs. I talked about that before when I did a 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning thing down there. I don't give a shit. I'm not afraid of no ghosts. But so I went to bed, and then I get up, and I felt like someone had poured gasoline on my leg again and lit it on fire. Like, oh, my leg's fucking burning. Oh, it's burning. So I took the blanket off. I said, "Oh, here we go." I looked down, and I can put it on camera, but there's 3 dominant three dominant scratches going right down my leg, and the whole area is red and swollen, just like before. Same exact thing.
And his 3 marks. The one he had before also had 3 marks, right?
3 marks, same 3 long scratches.
So is there something that I don't know in the parent? I mean, I follow some paranormal, but is there something with the number 3 on the scratches? I wonder. Christine,
what's up with 3 scratches? Do you know anything about 3 scratches?
Right here, Clown says burning is a sign of spiritual attack.
Yeah, I told Clown last time. That's what. Yeah, you said they were. I showed you the pictures of what that kid drew in that room. That's the room I'm staying in regular flat, a flatmates, and 3 scratches. There's 3 pictures of 3 fingers, long fingers with nails.
Yeah.
So they're wearing like weird old clothes. That's the scratches.
Have you heard of Christine before?
In Christianity, they believe that that's the mock of the Holy Trinity. So it changes with people's beliefs. But if you are a Christian, then you would typically believe that 3 is supposed to mock the Holy Trinity, and it's supposed to mock the time that Jesus Christ was crucified.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, almost taking the piss out of you, basically. Like in England, they taking the piss out of it, like or mocking it, or
yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
like
I can see that.
A lot of times people believe that that's the it goes back to people's belief systems, because not everyone's Christian, but if you were Christian, that would be the first thing that you would think of. I was on an investigation with my best friend and her boyfriend, her brother, one time, and none of them are Christian. I grew up Christian, and I had a protection bracelet on. They all got scratched. I didn't get scratched. I don't know. That's like if it was something, we were outside, we were in a graveyard. I don't know if they brushed up against something and it was a coincidence or what, but that was the only time I really had anything happen in investigation where someone got scratched. I haven't had many negative investigations, actually. I've only ever had a few. And one, I felt like I had burning in my throat once.
Oh.
And at first I'm like, that's weird. I have acid reflux. I don't really get acid reflux. So I was like, it's kind of weird. I don't know why I have acid reflux right now. But then I started feeling really dizzy. And at the time, I'm trying to explain it away. And then when I went back and I looked at my footage, and we were doing like a spirit box session, we had some like weird responses that were very negative. And I was like, wow, that's a little strange. It kind of like correlated with what I was feeling. Because in the moment, I'm like, it's nothing. Like it's just in my head or something. You know what I mean? I try to explain it away, but it correlated it. So I thought that was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, according to Clown, what he put in here, Bob, that
he's a demon hunter, by the way, Christine. He goes after the big dog.
Yeah.
Demon hunter.
He wrote ammonia burns them.
Ammonia burn. Okay. I was gonna.
He says here, go through room with spray bottle with aroma in it and spritz the room.
Okay, I'll do it. It's so.
Yeah. He's a crazy son of a bitch. One time, Christine, just go to Clown's Paranormal channel and watch some of his investigation he does on a church. And like when a ghost try to mess with them, people are like, "Go ahead, make me die." I mean, the ghost it's like typical Clowns. Like, you want to make me die? Go ahead, make me die. He's like the bear.
But they always go for the leg, man. They don't go for the good part. They don't go for the groin. They don't go for any of the boys. They don't go any higher. No face. No, they go for the same leg.
Well, now that you said it, they're going to go for those places.
Oh, don't say that.
Protect it. What Christine said earlier is why I liked her channel, because a lot of shows always go for like I don't know if they're doing. I'm not saying fake news or going for the views, or like watching Ghost Adventures on TV. Mm-hmm. Everything is always bad. Everything is always scary. You're always running. You're always like, I'm not saying going overboard, but they're going overboard. And I remember I was watching Christina's one of her shows. She's like, that don't really happen to me.
Yeah.
You know? And that's more real than now. I know you're not like Clown, right? Like you're poking at the ghost. You're just trying to, like, when you go on investigations, what are you trying to do on your investigations?
Well, at first I introduce myself. I try to be respectful. I've learned though, if they're kind of disrespecting you, it's okay to be a little bit more aggressive. Like on my one investigation, which isn't up yet, I'm still working on it. We were investigating a speakeasy, and it just seemed like they did not want to talk to us, and they were giving us like smart remarks on the spirit box, and we had to push a little further to get anywhere, because for the longest time it just felt like no, nothing was going to communicate. But usually I try to go in and be respectful. I try to introduce myself and whoever is with me, and try to, like, I don't know, almost get a common ground with the spirits. I feel like that works the best for me.
Good.
So you're not like Clown who will tell them to make you die and stuff. You never say something like that.
No, I don't think I've ever said anything like too aggressive or anything.
And then here's another opinion of his. He said, Robert, get an ankle with magnets on it and wear on that leg. Have black tourmaline on it too.
Okay, yeah, I will. And that was after the shows. Only every once in a while after a show, I think I push something around after one of my shows, and it comes for me. So it's the same. Like, it's the same damn leg. So I'll do it. I mean, at least you got your. I'll write all it down. I'll do it after another show. I'll just, for the hell of it, I will put it on there, because I don't like because it burns for at least a week. It's swollen. It swells the whole damn calf. The whole damn thing's swollen red. It's sweat. It's burned like in there. But pretty soon I'm gonna have permanent fucking scars. It scars the same spot. Scratches the same damn spot, man.
Are you sure you're not mutating with the virus? You sure you're not mutating with the virus?
I'm mutating with the virus, yes. That's what it is. It's the Wu-Tang virus. I have the Wu-Tang virus. That's what I have. So, Christy, you've never got attacked, or you said you got it in your throat.
I had like a burning feeling in my throat. I felt dizzy before, but that's pretty much the extent of it. I never had any like marks. I never felt like I was pushed or anything.
No possession?
No.
You didn't come out screaming?
No.
You have them stay there. You do a ceremony, so when I know some people will do a smudging when they're done.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people
honestly, I don't even do that. People get mad at me for it, but I don't do it.
You just get the hell out. Yeah.
I have a
weird
home or something. That's about it.
I have a weird question. Okay. Actually, hold on. Clown says eBay has salt lights that.
Oh yeah.
I have a salt lamp.
Yeah, I see those salt lamps.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been buying those big salt lamps.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Pope's potpourri. I'm not advertising. I'm not making money. Eric's gonna go in and out. We always have problems. I've got the Pope's potpourri. This is the actual potpourri the Pope has in his little office up there in the Vatican, from the same abbey that makes it. This is the same place. So
wow.
I've been burning this, and since the thing happened, I've been burning this all the time, and it's keeping it smelly good and nice, like just put like a monastery in here.
But here's my question. Clown, Fox, they're from Paranormal Stuff. They can try to answer this too. Now, when we had the She Squatchers on, the women for Bigfoot, and they talked about when they go, they have some paranormal gifts. They told us on the show, and they go out and do Bigfoot hunts, but they don't bring weapons or nothing. And it sounds like through them that Bigfoot responds nicer to women versus men. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I'm wondering, like on an investigation where if a woman goes into the same house and a man goes in later, will the man be pushed around more versus a woman, or vice versa?
Good question.
My husband goes with me a lot, and we definitely notice sometimes in certain areas they'll want to speak with him more, it seems like, or he'll get better communication and I won't get anything. Like if we're in Gettysburg, a lot of times that happens. If we're on the battlefield, it's like I won't get anything, but he'll get more. And he's not, I feel like I'm more spiritually inclined than him, so I'm like a little bit salty about it.
Maybe they're threatened more by the men, because Clown would threaten the ghost, say, come and get me. But maybe a true woman ain't gonna do that. Maybe
well, he's 6'4" too.
Smarter than us. You women are smarter than us men. Us men's got to prove that we're badasses, and maybe that's why we get picked on more. I'm just
demons, fight me.
Yeah, my
Remember,
husband
Bob?
can be a little bit of a
Ghostbusters
jerk on
no weapon.
investigations.
Now, when you go on your investigation, do you bring maybe some kind of protection, like holy water or
There we go.
anything by any chance or something?
Well, I've been bringing crystals with me. My friend got me into
Crystals?
crystals. I don't know if they really have done anything or not, but that's pretty much the most I'll bring. I do have a protection bracelet that I'll wear sometimes, but it can be a little bit noisy, so I try not to. Like, I'll bring it with me now, but I won't really wear it because I don't want to hear that noise when I'm editing. And people are like, "What's that? What's that?" I'm like, no, it was just my jewelry. Sorry.
Uh-oh. What do you mean, clown? What do you mean, Tolly Mommy, that Ouija boards are bad? Uh-oh. You shouldn't watch some of my early videos because I tried a lot of Ouija board here.
I stay away from those things, man. You're just asking for it. You're inviting something bad in. I don't mess with
Now,
Ouija boards.
when Bob comes back to the United States, he's going to be coming back sooner or later, unless the country don't want him back because of the virus. But I'm planning us to go on some ghost walks or do some investigation, maybe at graveyards or something. So if me and Bob was doing it, we've done a few, but not like dramatic. What would you bring? What would you recommend us beginners to bring with us?
I definitely recommend a camera, and if you can't get a night vision camera, a camera light works fine. But then also a recorder. I have actually my recorder out right here. It's I think
I got a good camera right here.
Okay.
Recorder. It has a mic on it. This one's really good because it picks up so many sounds very clearly. You can tell exactly what you're hearing, so there's really no confusion. You're not mistaking anything. Because I try to be as accurate as possible with when I'm presenting. Like if I think it's paranormal, I want to be sure that it's paranormal before I put it on my channel. I don't want to put something on there and be like, oh, find out later. Like that was contamination. So I like that one a lot. But honestly, my favorite thing is a recorder. I love EVPs. Those are my favorite pieces of evidence. Like I like the spirit box. It's fun, but I just think that EVPs are much more legitimate than a spirit box.
Yeah, I see that. There's a lot of arguments with that box, with the boxes.
What about apps like this app that I have here? This app called Ghost Detector. Have you heard of this app?
Playing with that.
I've messed with them a few times, and they're not my favorite thing, but they're fun to use. But if you're trying to do a serious investigation, I don't think I would use one. My friend likes the ghost hunting tools app. She likes that one a lot, though.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. It's like $5 or so.
Yeah, but so was that one that turns red? It's got the different color lights, and if it hits red, it means you have something in the area. Is that what that is?
It's the Ghost Radar app.
Yeah, what is that?
I used that before, and it's okay. Like I had some weird experiences with it, but then I had like words pop up that mean absolutely nothing. I'm like, I highly doubt any. It will pop up. It'll say a word like "you" or something. Like, why would it go say that?
Yeah,
I know. Just like that one just said the 2 words: Terror and Lucy.
Yeah.
Does that make something to make sense to anybody? Terror and Lucy, Lucy Goosey, terrorist, a terrorist named Lucy.
Yeah.
The missing link. What is it? It means nothing.
But now to get some of those tools, I'm sure you have to order online. I'm sure you need something. You can't go like a Target and have a ghost hunting session. Here, buy this EMP recorder.
You can find a lot on Amazon, actually. I got an EMF detector off of Amazon. I like an EMF detector a lot, so I like to bring those with me because I like to document the EMF in the space, even if it's natural. I want to know how much EMF it's naturally given off and things like that. I think it's helpful to know.
Yeah, the EMF detectors. I like the debunk. I like science. Well, not anymore since the world's fucking upside down. But the EMF detector was the most comfortable thing for me to use when I was looking for stuff. It was I worked at the Museum of Flight, and they said there was ghosts here, and I used an EMF detector. Holy shit! I got some hits on that thing. Now, I can't tell you if it goes, but it'd be a flat, and all of a sudden I'm getting high numbers on EMF in certain areas. Okay, I'm debunking. Well, there must be electricity here. But see, I worked exhibits, so I knew what wires were in what places. So I'm in areas where there's no wires. It's just the just dummies. I think I'm getting a lot of hits in this area. Weird. EMF detectors I'm comfortable with. They do provide something.
But Bob, remember last week when we were playing with that app on air. Queen of Swords for remember, it was giving us words. The words was the town that she was in. Wild woman, which that same night that she had a wild woman run outside her house.
Yeah.
Everything that the words were coming up happened to her that night. I mean, it wasn't just one word. It was like it was like a whole story. So it's got to be some kind of truth to
I think that if there's a spirit that can figure it out, like they can definitely come through them. But I think a lot of times you're also going to get, like, if there's a voice box in there, you're going to get just some automatic word that's coming out or something. But I do think that sometimes something can come through. I feel like you have to really look at what you're getting and like think about the history of the place you're in and see if it makes sense. And see if it makes sense with the things that you're feeling at the time, things like that.
Okay.
This is an Echo Box.
The Echo Box. Which one was that one? I forgot.
I never heard of that.
Echo
Well,
Box.
I'm sure there's so many different brands and different things. See, that's the thing, right? When you want to buy something, you don't know, which one I should get. What's considered more real than not.
I like her idea. I like the EMF, the little recorder, because you can't beat that. If you're by yourself, you're in a room and there's no one else around, and you can't pick it up with your ears, and you put it down and ask questions. You don't hear nothing, but then you walk out and then you review it and you got fucking responses. Probably make your hair stand up a little bit.
Yeah,
in that space.
There's so much fun when you catch one. And you're like, that definitely did not happen when I was there. And when I was in the orphanage at Gettysburg, I caught an EVP and the air conditioner had turned on, which really annoyed me that they kept the air conditioner on because it was so loud, but it turned on. And I thought that this was the guide. But I didn't hear it in the moment. So when I was reviewing my footage, I hear someone shout, "It's so cold." But it was so loud that I was like, I can't believe the guide just yelled that. And why didn't I hear that in the moment? And then as I'm listening to it shortly after, I said to my friend Michael, I think the guide's asleep back there.
What's the weirdest thing you ever heard on it? I mean, what's the story for the weirdest thing you've ever gotten?
Well, one time I was in a graveyard with my friend. We were investigating, and we thought nobody was there, and we searched through the graveyard. We didn't see anyone, but there was a car parked that we didn't see in a very weird part of the graveyard, and it was very suspicious looking. There were no lights on. It was so dark. The car was dark too, so you couldn't see it. And I had this horrible feeling. I never want to leave. I'm always the first weirdo to volunteer to go down the creepy basement or whatever it is. I'm like, I'll go in. But I wanted to leave. I was like, I'm done. I want to go home. And she's like, no, don't go home. I'm like, I want to leave right now. And then we saw the car and it started following us and we ran away. And I kept my recorder going. And when I was listening back, I heard a voice go, car, like whisper into my recorder. And it did not belong to me, it did not belong to her. And also, we wouldn't be whispering into our recorder. We were running for our lives. We thought somebody was going to kidnap us or something.
What did it say? What did it say?
Car, but it whispered. It was like, car.
A car. Oh, shit.
Yeah, like it was warning us.
Oh, well, that's good then.
I know. I was like, we have ghost friends.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. I mean, at least it's not threatening you. It's giving you a heads up to go. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Fuck. I would run too. Someone said leave. I would want to. I don't know, but I would want to hang out.
Hear it in the moment. We heard it. I heard it listening back on my recorder because we were running. We were out when we saw the car following us. We weren't going to stick around and see what they wanted. It was like midnight. We were in a graveyard. We weren't hanging around.
That's freaky. And do you do them at 3 a.m. kind of a thing? What do you do? What do you do? The witching hour?
Yeah. What time is the witching hour? I forgot. What time is the witching hour?
3.
3. Is it 3:33?
3 a.m. Like, well, there's different beliefs for that too. So certain beliefs it stems past that, but I know it starts at 3 a.m. But on my last investigation, we were there for 24 hours. So, well, we got to sleep there because there's no way that I would be out for 24 hours.
Wow. Yeah, I heard of people doing the overnighters, the 24-hour ones. They lock themselves in and get down in.
Conley Mommy is subbing people. Fantastic. I saw Jonathan is subbing these channels. That's fantastic. Because like I said, we should all support each other because we're all from different communities, but we're all one community.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's
So
awesome.
what do you think a ghost is? I mean, what's your definition of it? Everyone's got a different definition. Some people still think that ghosts are not even human, that they had just moved on another dimension, still alive, doing whatever they're doing. But you have a residual like programming in quartz, like a projector. Some people say that they're actually jinn or they're demons pretending to be that person, just giving you a rise just to get themselves a rise out of it. What do you think?
Based on my experiences, I believe that they are human spirits, but I do believe if you're a bad person in life, you will be a bad person in death too. Your spirit's going to be bad. You're going to have a negative experience with that spirit. So I think that it could be positive or negative. I can't really speak much on demons. I haven't had many things that I would consider possibly demonic happen to me. I had one where I thought maybe it might have been, but that was it. So I don't have enough experience in that to talk about that. I feel like
we got Clown for that. We got him for that.
For the demon.
Tell me that I'm contacting the devil and I need to be saved. So I do
residual hauntings.
Yeah, I believe in residual hauntings as well.
That's kind of cool because a Clown does have a video where he felt. Oh, everybody's frozen. Bob, you're frozen. Look at that. Bob, you got an ugly smirk smile on your face. It's kind of funny. Oh wow! Let me see if I kick him out, bring him back in. Wow, he froze. Weird things happen on this channel. It really is. It's like a weird, like a weird magic or something. Especially when we have these other guests from the Matrix community. Weird things always happen with those people.
Yeah,
that is so strange. That is. Wow. Oh, here. Let me put the invite back in the chat so he could retry. The other day that we did a show on Tuesday. His power behind him during the show kept flickering.
Oh, really?
And then his power actually went off, but his internet stayed on. So I was like, are you still in that internet? How's your internet staying on if everything else went out? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
He's spinning. Are you back?
What happened?
Hey, you know what? Hey, Bob, I'm telling you, something is not just weird. Lately, I've been getting like Matrix Unveiled texted me yesterday. He goes, "Hey, why did you delete my comments?" And I'm like, "I didn't delete nobody's comments." Then I went on to another channel. This person wrote in the chat, "Eric, Gypsy Row, why did you ban me?" Like, I didn't ban you. I'm on another channel. I don't go to other people's channels and ban people, but people are saying their comments are getting deleted. And people are saying that I'm banning them. I'm doing no such thing. Is that a paranormal?
Yeah.
I mean, ever since we've been playing with that box there, I'm not saying the app is real, but ever since we've been playing with it, weird things happen. Because I'm not deleting nobody. I'm not deleting comments. If people hate me, I keep it on there.
We're getting messed with, dude, because last video, remember, everything went. The whole power went down.
I was telling her that when you're gone, and the first question was, "How are you getting the internet if your power is going out?"
Oh man, it was weird. Everything was doing a super flash. It's all fucking weird. So I was on just now, guys. Now I was on, and you guys were gone. I was sitting here waiting for you guys. No, I'm not joking. I was in there waiting for you guys. What is that?
No. Somebody was asking, what app am I talking about?
Oh, okay.
So I was showing them.
So I was here waiting for you guys. You had 2 black boxes at a spin. So I'm just like waiting for you guys. I go, what the hell? And then the whole thing kicked me out. It says, you've been removed or whatever. What the fuck? Why did that remove me? Then I went back in and you guys are on. Wait. This is weird. It kicked me out. It was put me in suspension or something. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think we're under spiritual attack. I don't know. I got a spiritual attack the other day, so I think we're under spiritual attack. I think this place is getting a lot of energy.
I want to ask Christine a question about one of her videos. Let me see. Let me do my sharing. so people can see this is her page. And it was kind of interesting. You did a one about did Abraham Lincoln predict his own assassination?
Ooh.
And I love that because you're taking like an extra step in a way of where does that story come from? I never really heard of him predicting assassination. Where did that come from?
Well, he had a dream. It was a few days before his assassination occurred. He had a dream that he was walking into the White House and there was somebody who was dead. And he asked the soldier who died, and he responded, the president, he was assassinated, or something along those lines. He was killed by an assassin, something like that.
Oh, wow.
And he told this to his law partner and his wife.
Oh.
Now, I haven't watched your last one, and you got another one that came out 2 days ago. I'm honest, I didn't see this one yet. George Washington had telephobia.
Taphophobia.
Yeah.
He was afraid of being buried alive.
No.
It was actually more common back then because unfortunately it did happen.
Oh, wait, explain it. Give us a little bit of explanation on that one. Okay, explain. I've never heard of that. Go ahead. Give me some more.
Well,
Weird
it
stuff.
was hard to tell sometimes when people did pass away or they were unconscious. There were certain illnesses that people would have. Their pulse rate would get slower, their heart rate would get slow, and they would assume that they were dead, bury them, and they were actually alive.
Yeah, they did that with vampires. Oh, they did that. There was a day where everyone was dying, and they put a bell. They would put a stick.
Yeah, that's why they did it. Yeah.
Yeah. And a Travel Channel just has some show. They do ghost stories, and they told a story how there was a boy inside and was not dead, and he was buried. But one of the people knew that he wasn't fully dead, but he had a plague, but he was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I saw that. And then there's one case. Her name was, I think, Essie Dunbar, and she had an epileptic attack. They thought she was dead. They started lowering the coffin when her sister came. She wanted to say goodbye to her one more time. They raised the coffin, and Essie actually sat up and smiled at her sister. They all ran away thinking she was a ghost.
Oh my God!
That I think happened in 1915. I think it was 1915. That one.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Remembers too, Bob. Yeah, yes, they had bell in the grave. Some could ring them if you won't. If you're not dead. That's horrible.
Yeah, they even had that's where the vampire idea came from. Where the stake in the heart comes from. They said, well, they used to stake them through the chest into the coffin, through the bottom of the coffin into the ground, so they don't come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's scary. I'm glad we don't live in a time where we have to worry about that as much.
We don't know yet.
People do wake up dead or alive in morgues. I mean, they presumed that they were dead.
We don't know how this coronavirus is going to change. We don't know what's happening. We could be zombies soon.
I do have to ask you this because you do have a video says exposed where Ed and Lorraine Warren frauds. Now, of course, anybody in the paranormal knows they were like the original ghost hunters, the original TV version ever. They started all. That's what basically those movies, The Conjuring is based on their stories. Mm-hmm. So do you feel that they weren't 100% honest on their?
I don't believe they were 100% honest. And people hate when I say that, and I respect everyone's opinions, but people always come for me when I say that. But I do believe that maybe they started out with good intentions and they started out honestly, but I think that it shifted when they started making money. And that video was so long. I went into so many reasons and so many things that I discovered that made me think twice about some of their investigations. But there's a lot of things out there that kind of conflict with what they have said that make me think twice about it.
Well, so everybody's got to extend the truth a little bit, right? To make it sound more exciting.
I don't believe that. I'm 100% honest. People get annoyed with me actually because sometimes I'll upload an investigation, nothing happened. They're like, no, this is boring. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but nothing happened.
That's fair. That's why I like your channel because you're just being honest. You're not saying you ran, you heard a voice, you got to run up. I mean. I said this to you before, Bob. Remember, like I was telling you, I'm a kid. I used to be a cable guy. I used to climb up 32-foot ladders. In the beginning, your heart beats. But then after a while, after a couple of years, ain't nothing. I would think like your Ghost Adventures, right? You're going to a building night after night. After a while of hearing a voice is like, oh well.
Yeah.
But every time they hear a voice, they're running out for their lives. And I'm like, what's real? What's not?
It makes good TV. It makes funny TV. Everyone's laughing at home. The kid was laughing. Oh, they got scared. The big guy got scared. The big guy run. I don't know though, man. I'm not gonna sit here and tell everyone I'm so badass that I can walk into some dark ass dingy cave and spooky as shit, turn some corners in some deep heart of a building somewhere, and have someone come up and just rub its hand like up on my ass cheek, like in a grip. Something that's so intrusive that you're alone. I can't guarantee you my ass is going to run out the door. I mean, there's something where you hear a voice. Oh, got something. You're a little excited. Your heart's pumping. You lose sweat coming down, or you hear a noise, or you think you see a flash. But to have someone like give you a rub on your arm, or like an actual like something breathing into you, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I would freak a little bit. Now, I'm not saying you're a coward for that. It's just fight or flight. And you're going to flight a little bit so you can come back and fight. You don't need to be there if you're being groped. You're going to come back. So I'm not going to hate somebody for moving out.
Bob, I'm sure that if you and I go into a haunted house and somebody told us to get out, in the beginning, we and I probably will get out.
We'll get out.
And then we'll take a couple shots. Go back in there and say, okay, we're ready for this now.
Someone said get out. I said, okay, I'm going to honor that. And let me go out for a minute. And you cool down in here and we'll have a reasonable conversation. He said, take a couple of shots, slap yourself a little bit. You and I punch each other in the face a little bit. Do this. We'll go back in and say, how do you feel about it now? And then put the thing out.
This is the video I was talking about. Clown made a video where after he did demon hunting, he actually woke up with a black eye and a swollen shut from demon hunting.
Oh my gosh.
See,
I never had anything that extreme happen to me. So I don't know how I would react. I think you have to have that happen before you can figure out how you're going to react. So I think I'm pretty brave though. I like to go. I don't care if I'm alone. I love creepy stuff. We went to Eastern State, and I asked, "Do you want us to leave?" But I was like, if they say yes, I'm staying. Like, I paid a lot of money to be here. I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
But Bob, one person says spirits and alcohol don't mix. What do you mean alcohol?
Yeah.
Maybe we're investigating a bar.
Yeah. I can
actually, there's a question there. Now, I've heard that if you go like a cowboy town, there's supposed to be some ghosts in cowboy towns. To really talk to the ghosts, people would dress up like a cowboy with the fake gun shooting to get the ghosts out. Have you heard of that? Like trying to be like during
like a trigger. Yeah, like triggering the ghost. I think it can work. I was really mad. We went to a speakeasy. I was like, why didn't we think to bring alcohol? Like, why didn't we do that? That would have been really smart.
Yeah. I'm a little bit spooked because I don't get and I'm going to say, I don't get these attacks unless I had been drinking, which I would put like, don't take what I say to the bank.
Don't they attack you at your weakest point?
Yeah.
They say if you drink alcohol, you're weakening your immune system. And that's when they're supposedly attack you. Maybe that's why they're attacking you. Now, Bob, if you go on a ghost hunt, you can't smoke marijuana because you might not know if you're seeing a ghost or not.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, you might have to.
I'll smoke. I call it Dutch. A Dutch. You guys know what a Dutch cigarette. It's tobacco and marijuana mix. So I have a Dutch cigarette during my shows. I'll smoke a Dutch cigarette. So you don't get wasted. So I'll smoke a Dutch cigarette and I'll drink beers. I'll have a beer or two during my shows. So I'll be a little bit lit up. I'll be a little bit lit at the end of the show. You're kind of amped up from talking to the camera live, and I'm a little bit lit at the end of it. So then you're really tired from that. Okay, because talking live to a lot of people is exhausting, especially when I'm trying to do codes and certain things. So I'm kind of half asleep, and then I go to I make sure now that everything's secured when I go to bed, all comfortable, nice spot, everything. And then I wake up with them marks, but only if I had something in like a little bit inebriated. Always, not drunk, but inebriated a little bit. And sure enough, boom! God damn it, it got me. Damn it! Always the leg, man. The same damn leg every freaking time. Or I'm abducted, huh, Eric? You get abducted by aliens?
Well, God, something's wrong with us.
We get abducted, or we get probed by ghosts. Have you ever been abducted by aliens?
No, unfortunately not.
Do you know if you the thing
Yeah,
is
I'm sure if I remembered, it would be a pretty interesting experience to have, though.
Yeah, because I don't have memories of being everyone says they've got memories of being abducted. I have no memories of being abducted. However, I get the marks. I debunk, and I can't debunk my own self, and I have the marks. There's certain marks I get from with it's classic 101 class abduction mark, like scrapes and the little things they do, and I go, well, and then the pain afterwards and the weirdness you get, but I don't have memory. Some people like they remember this and this and that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I get up with a headache and some pain.
I've always heard people forget. And it might come back later on, but for the most part, they forget. It might come back in flash. I mean, I don't really know anyone who has been sighted. This is all things I heard on like paranormal shows that are supposed to be true, but do we really know? I don't know.
Yeah, you have to. I'm not gonna get out of hypnosis. I will not do hypnosis.
See, we learn something every day. Alcohol and French is all cool.
Ooh.
So for sure, I can see gold coming from it.
Well, your weakness is down, I guess.
Now, let me ask a side question, and Kristen, you don't really have to talk about this or not, but our community has a strong Mandela effect community, and people in the Mandela effect community has a very strong thing with the paranormal. You know, there's a huge connection. You know, people believe they've seen spirits or near-death experience. So there's a lot of connections between Mandela effect and the paranormal itself. A lot of people want to admit. Have you heard of the Mandela effect? Do you know anything about it? And do you believe in it by any chance?
I think that it's definitely a possibility. I do think sometimes people are remembering incorrectly, but I do think that certain things could definitely be the Mandela effect. In fact, I had one instance where I have one memory that is so strong. I have a very good memory too. And I swear it happened. And I told my sister about it. She was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Did this happen?" And she's like, "No, it didn't." I'm like, "Yes, it did." I'm like, "Well, how do I know these people existed if I never even met them?" Like, these were real people in my memory that my cousin knew. It involved me, my cousin, my sister. And I didn't know these people before meeting them with my cousin. And so I feel like, how else would I have known them? But it's so weird because my sister swears it never happened. It's a very strong memory of mine, something I always remembered. I never really talked about it. And then when I mentioned it to my sister, she thought I was insane.
No, never think you're insane, because you know that's why most people are like watching this here. You know, everybody has these experiences, and like you said, a lot of people think a lot of it's fake. But like the question is, well, if it's fake, how can millions of people have the exact same kind of memory?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, a lot of people have said stories that they woke up to this different virtual reality world when they had a near-death experience, or they were touched by something on the other side of spirit. That's why I've always been intrigued with paranormal and all that, because I feel like there is a connection. Sometimes I feel like the paranormal side might have the answer. That's why I love researching and listening to real people, and not like over exaggerated TV shows.
Yeah. It overlaps itself now. Yeah, I always think with people with the Mandela effect, I got it real bad. I got a real bad rash of Mandela effect. I always, you know, if you have one anchor memory, it's enough to drive somebody nuts. It takes one anchor memory. Like some people remember, I'm a green light on top guy. He might not be the same kind of person. Gears George had a tale for me. I used the basic ones. Ed McMahon did deliver $1 million check to Publishers Clearinghouse. He worked for them. He delivered the damn check. The basic North Pole. I tried to get stationed on a ship It was an ice cutter that went up to the northern Arctic continent, and so it's not there. Australia used to be way down under, like used to be called down under because it was down under. But some people with the effect don't have the memories, but they'll have 90% of the same memories I have on the other stuff. And I see people that have almost no memories here, but all the same memories they have over here. Or, if you're breathing and you're kicking things around and it hurts your toe, if you have a thought process, you know what's good and bad. Mandela effect or not, you're awake, you're smart, you're outside the fucking cube a little bit. So, even if you don't think you have it, it doesn't matter. You're out running around. You don't seem like a dum-dum. You don't seem like you're a robot. You're following everybody else's footsteps like an idiot. So, do you know about the effect? Do you have like memories outside of anything? It's like you said, you just shared one. Anything else? Yeah.
Well, there was one that I completely forgot about until just now, this conversation. When I was 16, I had a blood infection. I actually almost died from it. And I was in the hospital. And at this point, my fever broke. I was only on Tylenol, so I was alert at this point. I hadn't been alert earlier in the day, but this was like middle of the night. I finally woke up. I was feeling a lot better. This doctor came in because the hospital gave me the blood infection. I had a bone marrow biopsy, and it went wrong. It went very wrong, I guess. And they gave me the blood infection. And so a different hematologist came in, and he told me, "You don't have the flu. Don't let them tell you have the flu," because they were trying to tell me I had the flu. And told me, if I need anything, ask for him. And I can't remember his name now because I was so exhausted. In the morning, I had asked him, who was that hematologist that came up and spoke to me? Because he was so nice, and he made sure that like my fears were at ease and everything. And they're like, what hematologist? No one came in your room. I'm like, there was a hematologist that came in my room and told me I did not have the flu. And they're like, no, he didn't. Oh, yes, he did. I'm not crazy. He did. I spoke to him.
You're not crazy. You're not crazy. What's crazy is having Eric and I are brothers, and it's difficult. We have 95% the same memory, but there are still some things that Eric and I are like,
different memories on the same day.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn it.
Bob went off the cliff, and I shot a window out in a car.
Yeah. And we don't even know if we have a separate, everything's the same. And then it'll be a situation. It'll be like, we talked about last show. I talked about, I was out, the government shut down for me around, it was before October in 95. And Eric was like, I remember them shutting down around November, and then, or did you say that, or January? I think you thought, or this timeline's version. I can't remember.
Me either.
You were close to. Anyway, there's always this. Sometimes a hair difference. He'll have a memory that I don't remember, and it'll be close though, and then he'll remember it differently than me.
Yeah.
We both know the situation like the back of our freaking hands, and we're not misremembering. We both know it. We talk about, like, I went off the 100-foot cliff on a motorcycle, Eric said. We talk about, and then I went back to camp. My uncle was on a motorcycle that went over my uncle. I was riding on the back, and then a rock rolled down, and we hit it, and we went over the cliff, 100 foot straight down. Helicopters had to take my uncle out because his neck was broken. I crawled up the side of the cliff and got out somehow. I don't know how. Made it back to camp, and my dad says, stay with your uncle. I'm going to go check on your uncle, your great uncle, and the whole family's over there. My other uncle's getting hauled out. Everyone's crying and whatever. I'm fishing with my great uncle, catching fish. Big old huge fish called a lungfish. He goes, we don't eat them fish. I can remember to the day I can die. I put the fish back in a weird ass fish. And I talked to Eric about that lungfish, man. Remember that big ass lung? Eric, what are you talking about, dude? No, like, remember Big John, we were fishing in the water, and we caught that big ass lungfish? Eric goes, what are you talking about, man? That's the day I shot Big John's windshield out with a BB gun. I said, you shot somebody's windshield out with a BB gun? No, you didn't. So both of them are traumatic.
Yeah.
You're shooting our great uncle's windshield out. I go, no, dude, because you and I were fishing with him in the water.
Very
with
different.
the fish. We caught the fish, the big lungfish. Eric goes, no, I got the BB gun and I shot his window. And it shattered.
Well, the tree shrunk. The tree was big. I knew it was going to hit it. And then I looked once I saw the window out. Then the tree was a skinny tree.
Yeah.
But somehow the tree changed on me. I'm sticking to that story.
You don't know anything about that.
Maybe I'm just a bad shot.
I don't have. There's no memory of no shooting, no tree. There is no windshield. There is nothing was shot that day. Only thing happened that day was I went off a 100-foot cliff and we caught a fish, big ass lungfish. And we threw back in the water. It was the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. No memory. No memory of it. No memory of it. So you could have it. You could have like strange cross memories with your siblings and friends. And so, like you could almost get arguments over things that you're like, what are you talking about? I remember clearly that was like that.
See, I really believe people in the paranormal have the Mandela effect and they don't even know it because they're so open-minded to, because go ghost hunting, you have to be open-minded to believe in it. Why would you go ghost hunting if you don't believe in it? So people are open, they're open to hear changes, Not like you said, not every change is true. Some people exaggerate on certain things, but that's why you investigate on what's true and what's not, It's kind of like most simplest one, like the most simplest Mandela effect. Do you remember the Monopoly guy wearing Bob, what do you call it?
Monocle.
The glasses are not. What do you remember?
I think he had one, didn't he?
Yeah. And now, but in this timeline, he never had one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, ever.
See, in this timeline, he never had it, but everybody remembers him having it. So a lot of people have the effect. They just don't look at it like. I know you're younger than us. Like for me, what kind of woke me up is I don't know if you remember Roger Moore, James Bond movies.
I didn't really watch them.
See, didn't see. There's a James Bond movie where Jaws like this little girl. Jaws like this big evil guy with his big old silver teeth. He liked this young girl because she had braces. That's what I remembered. She had braces. That's why he liked her. But then Bob told me one day, she don't have braces, and I was like, I was like, fuck you. Yes, she does. Don't lie to me. And the movie was Moonraker. It's called Moonraker. Yeah. And when I looked up the movie, her braces were gone. Like this ain't fucking possible because I know for 100% fact. Because otherwise, why would an overage man with silver teeth like a young girl? I mean, in a real. That's kind of sick, you would think. Yeah. But because she had braces like him, he feels sorry for her, and that's where the connection was. But in this timeline, the braces are gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, it was. It only takes one. You have to find it kind of like on your own, or what you could do is go to a Mandela Effect site and just look up the whole thing and see what you remember, what you don't. Some people get it real bad where they're just. Everything they had remembered changed. Like there's so many things. Like Ella, we use the people out there on the sidebar going, "What did you guys use the basic ones?" We use basic ones. Like people just learning about like Ellis Island was where Statue of Liberty was for me. Ellis Island, and now she's on a whole different, brand new fucking island out in there. I was like, "What island are she on now?" And then she's on a star fort. I'm like, what? Star Fort, man. Star Fort.
Yeah, I wish I had that website to that quiz. Remember that quiz bot where people can answer the quiz?
Yeah.
The answer kind of tells you what you remember.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun that we did. So I just wanted to bring that two worlds together. But let's talk about the city that we were talking about before we even jump on the show. Gettysburg. Now, Bob and I, like I said, I used to live 15 miles away from Gettysburg. So we used to go to Gettysburg a lot. And we went down there one time when they had a reenactment, but it wasn't the reenactment of the war because this is weird. In Gettysburg, you can't have a reenactment of the war, even though that was the biggest war battle there was. But they could do a reenactment for the medical part of it.
Oh, really? I never been to one of the reenactments.
Yeah, it's very strange. So when me and Bob went to the reenactment of the medical side. But it was fun. It was awesome. And then me and Bob one night did a ghost walk because we paid for a ghost walk. And it was kind of cool because that same night there was fireworks in the sky. So it kind of felt like we were there. and they'll tell you the stories of what really happened, and then they tell you the ghost side of it, which was very cool. And Bob's son at the time was with us, and we were not a grave side, but we were down where the battles were. And Jeremiah goes, "Dude, do you see that guy, that glowing guy standing right in front of that thing? Remember that, Bob? Your son said he's seen a man, but a glowing man, but the man disappeared."
Well, he told me he saw a boy with a bugler. A boy with a bugler was standing out there in the field, and all we could see are little glowing dots.
One of the buildings that we went into, she said that one of the bullets went through the house and hit a boy and killed him. I wonder if that was the boy that he saw.
The Jenny Wade house, actually. It hit Jenny Wade. She's the only civilian that died from
you're right. Yeah,
I investigated that house.
We went in that house. They took us in that house.
We went in that house. Yeah, tell us about it.
It's a very loud house, isn't it? It's very creaky. Every time you move, it echoes throughout the house. I feel like it's very loud, but it was a cool place to investigate. I caught an EVP there that I was really impressed with, because at the time I didn't think anything was happening, and it was my friend was hosting a group investigation. And I had said to my friend that came with me, I don't really think this place is haunted. And as I said that, I didn't hear this in real time. I caught it on my camera. A voice said, "I'm behind you," or something like, "Behind you, I'm behind you," or something like that. I'm like, damn, I wish I heard that in the moment, because I'm sitting here like, nothing's happening. We had some cool experiences too, though. We had like the chains were moving back and forth, and then my husband was with me and his friend, and they said they both got really bad headaches. And then when I was in the basement, this is one thing that I had happen that never happened to me ever again, but my face was literally hot to the touch. It was very strange. And my friend, I was like, my face is burning. And she's like, I know this is weird, but can I feel your face? I'm like, no, go ahead. She's like, you're burning up. Do you want to go outside? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'll stay. I'm fine. But it was very weird. I've never had that ever happen again.
I had that.
It's strange. It was so high. I don't know if I looked red or not, because we were in the dark.
I've had that. I've had that when my face is burning. It's hot. I get red. It'll be normal, and my face just feels like it's not, or it's cooler. It's not like it's bad. It'll get hot. It'll start glowing red. I go, what's wrong with that? I'm burning up.
Yeah.
I think it would be hard trying to find any kind of evidence when you're with a big group like we were in. I'm sure you'll catch more things if you were just like maybe 2 or 3 walking around, and it's more
definitely like smaller groups.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was an orphanage, and then there was another. Was it a brothel? I can't remember. It was another place. It was some other weird place we went to.
Orphanage. I remember the orphanage. They told us a bunch of stories about the orphanage.
Yeah, the story of the orphanage was brutal. It was like some kind of horrible.
Maybe that's where the kid that Jeremiah saw came from, the orphanage.
Probably. They were escaping the orphanages or something like that, or trying to sneak out, or some weird. Do you remember this?
There is a story that I heard about a little boy that did escape. They call him like the blue boy. I heard that he escaped the orphanage and he went to one of the colleges or the college houses, and they hid him. And then he disappeared out in the snow, and I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if that's factual or if that's just a myth. I don't really know. But that's one of the stories I heard.
Somebody was asking a question. Is that a kitty or doggy behind her? So it's actually her dog.
She's being rude and looking herself.
Her dog does shows with her.
Yeah.
Leave your
Was there
side.
a cat behind you before that? Or was this the dog the whole time?
No, just a dog. I do have a cat, but he's not in here right now.
People like dogs here.
I'm a huge dog person. I like cats too, but I definitely like dogs better.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to go back to Gettysburg, but go like at nighttime and there's nobody around.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if they'll allow that, or they're like very like don't want people. There's time limits. Okay.
Like on the battlefield, it changes with the season, so it depends on when you're going. I think during the summer you're there till like 10, or you can be there till 10 or 11. I can't remember. And then in the winter, in the fall, I think it's till 7.
Well, of course,
Oh,
that's their time. That wouldn't be our time.
yeah.
No.
Because
Especially with
if
the
I want to
lockdown.
see ghosts, I want to be out there at 3
But
a.m.
if you are out there after hours, they are constantly going around looking for
Yeah.
people.
No shit.
Yeah.
There goes that idea.
I wonder why we never tried.
With the lockdown, everybody in quarantine, I'll tell you what, like there's hardly, well, there's cops out, but at a certain time they're all gone, and there's no street police or anything. I walk around here at 3 a.m. Like here, I can go to the funeral or the graveyard at 3 a.m. here, no problem. Everyone's locked up, fucking scared with the virus.
Yeah.
I go all over fucking the area over here, and it just going into everything. It's kind of cool. I can go anywhere, all the churches.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's fucking Easter. That's crazy. And everything's locked up. You're not allowed to be in a church over here.
I thought Easter is on Sunday.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Friday.
Oh, yeah, not tomorrow, but yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, Easter's on Sunday.
Yeah. And they passed the fucking rule here. You can't congregate in no fucking churches. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hear either.
Yeah.
All the churches are live streaming on Facebook.
That's weird. That's weird. Yeah. Everyone's doing the whole yeah. Well, it's even weirder for people with the Mandela effect because I don't know if you I keep bringing it up, but did you know that I don't know if you know the Bible? Let me ask you a question about a Bible question. It's the easy one because not everyone's a Christian with the Bible. Do you remember the lion laying with the lamb?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that's changed, right? It's not a lion no more.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh shit, you don't know. Eric, tell her what lays with a lamb now.
No, this is your story. You go for it.
It's a wolf.
Really?
And the wolf shall dwell with the lamb. Yeah, it's in your
I
book.
remember the lion.
It is a lion. That was a lion in my time too. If you have your Bible in there, if you know the verse, you can grab your book right now, open it up, and take a look. Debunk us first. Don't just take what we say is true. Look that up. That's one of the ones that hit even the people who barely didn't go to church at all, hardly. Just barely went in but they all know the lion lay with the lamb. I mean, everybody knows that. It's just guys with tattoos with the lion and the lamb, right? You got postcards, whole paintings with a lion laying. No, it's the wolf.
Now, Bob, you read the Bible. I don't know this one at all. Somebody wrote Easter's in the Bible now too. What was Easter never in the Bible or something? I mean, I don't read the Bible.
Well, you remember you got Easter, you got muffler.
Oh, was it never not in the Bible?
What's that? Easter, I guess it's in one of the captions. They put Easter in the Bible. The word Easter is in there.
Was it supposed to be there before? I mean, is that what he's saying? Isaiah, he wrote Isaiah 11:6.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So yeah, she's learning, guys, she didn't know about the Bible stuff. You're gonna scare her away right now. Okay, let me ask you this question. I don't want to scare you too much. We're gonna give you the basic ones. You don't get scared, Christine. So it's an easy one again. Now, how was Jesus crucified?
On the cross.
Okay. Well, what if how would you react if I told you that he was hung in a tree?
No, I don't believe you.
It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible.
Yeah, and my Bible's packed away. I wish
you better break that Bible out because by the time this show is over, you're gonna have to go
somebody in the chat know where
out.
in the Bible does it say that he's hanged? Does somebody in the chat have the exact place so she could look for it later? Because I know somebody can't pick up the whole Bible and find it.
Yeah.
Where is it in the Bible that says that? So it makes it easier for her to look at it.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one for you. I'll give you the basic ones. I mean, like I said, you probably haven't been to church for a while. Okay.
Dude, that's not a basic one, man. It's pretty hardcore, man.
Well, okay, but he's also hung on it. He's hung in a tree. He's also hung on a crucifix. So he got that too. You got both. Also hung in a tree. I remember him having his arms straight and his bottom feet crossed with 3 nails. Now he has 4 nails in all the pictures. 4 nails. Okay, 4. And the cross is closer to the ground, and there's a whole new. Did you also know that Jesus? Do you remember him being blindfolded?
No.
Okay, now it's in the Bible. He's blindfolded and then beat the fuck up, like pushed around with a blindfold on.
I mean, I heard like when he was carrying the cross that he had like physical violence and stuff like that. But I don't remember ever hearing he was blindfolded.
Yeah, he was blindfolded. And so also he the old saying about wine skins. You remember, like, you can't drink new wine out of old wineskins?
Mm-hmm.
That's in the Bible. It's changed. Now you can't drink old wine out of bottles. Like bottles.
Oh.
Like pop bottles.
Yeah.
The bottles. The word bottle. Bottle. And so that's changed. Or like bottles, or what happened to the lamb or the goat skins, the skins? No, it's changed. There's a lot of new words. So you got to understand that from what I'm researching. Oh, here we go. Eric's got it.
Well, it just says, did Jesus die on a cross?
Does it say about, you should just typed in, did Jesus die, get hung on a tree?
Well, there's a picture here that he's not on a cross.
Well, the one, the Bible says specifically tree. Like from a tree. Which he was never.
The Bible also used Greek words. The word means wood, timber, stake, or tree.
Yeah. That's where the translation comes in. And that's where I think it came from. I don't think he was, well, we don't know. I think they're referring the cross as maybe a tree. It was retranslated differently. But the thing is, it never had that word in the King James Version Bible. The King James Bible didn't have tree. There wasn't no tree word there. It was just the cross. So that shade. Also, like I said, with the lion laid with the lamb. Now it's the wolf will dwell with the lamb, and that's new. So we're talking lamb to wolf. That's like an apple and an orange there.
Yeah.
Your face looks a little bit like, what?
You know, I wish my husband was here. He went to Catholic school, and he knows so much about religion, and he would be really into this conversation right now.
No. And wood, Eric, get it? Tree is wood, right?
True. Now, now for BC, Truth said tree represents wood.
There it is.
And this person says Judas hung himself in a tree. Damn. This is unto the death of the cross.
I know the cross. Wood represents tree. Yeah, tree. The wood, the tree.
Wood represent tree is what I'm trying to see.
Lisa was painted on wood.
Who the Bible ones are very disturbing.
Yeah. I just like the wood, Eric. I love it because the Mona Lisa's painted on wood. She used to be painted on canvas, and now she's painted on wood. And the Statue of Liberty is on wood fort, wood. And now Jesus was hung on wood. A tree. We're getting famous with the last name, Eric. I love how the wood keeps showing up in the Bible. It's great. Everything has to do with wood. I love it. Yeah, you should sit down. Oh, there's a channel I don't like to overly recommend her because she's kind of like she's you can listen to her. Just go and take it with a grain of salt. But the EYA has a channel out, and she's Mandela affected, and she talks about Bible changes.
Okay.
So take it with a grain of salt, and don't just give in to the hate because the Bible has changed so much for her. It's changed so much for a lot of people that has pretty much torn their lives up. That's why I don't really push it too hard on people because there are people that they literally like their life is ruined because their whole thing they've ever known was the Bible, and now the Bible's completely changed, it's rewritten.
This person says even the first word in the Old Testament has changed. Yeah.
Well, I always like saying bear shit. Bear shit's in the Bible. You guys know bear shit's in the Bible. I always like to say that. Bear shit is in the Bible, but it's not pronounced bear shit. Bear shit means it means in the beginning in Hebrew. But I've never heard that word before. It's pronounced bear shit. Yeah, bear shit.
What is this for, Bob? Read the Pistis Sophia.
Whoa.
What is that?
Give us a passage. Give us some patches to look at. yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's a couple of channels that have Bible changes. So you want to start out a place at the school. Go slow when you start learning about the changes in the Bible. Don't go too crazy because it might make you kind of go.
I'm gonna have to pull out my Bible and like go read through it and see.
Yeah. Go easy. Go to Google, type in Mandela effect Bible changes, and just confirm it for yourself. Don't just hear people talk about it. Don't go crazy with it. Hit the pages easy, gently. Go to those favorite scriptures. There's the Lord's Prayer. Do you remember them saying, "Forgive your trespassers"?
Yeah.
Okay, forgive your trespassers. Blah blah blah. And then, it's not forgive your trespassers.
We got a question for her. Somebody from the chat. Actually, we got 43 people watching. That's fantastic.
Wow.
So I'm glad that people are opening up more to the paranormal stuff. And real quick, shout out. Remember, guys, tomorrow we have another show tomorrow at 11. It's called Flat Earth Escapes the Matrix. We have Brian Stavely coming on with the Matrix Boys, chatting about flat Earth. We're not going to chat about flat Earth here, Christine. Don't worry about that. We're not going to get on that topic. That's tomorrow. If you guys want to chat about flat Earth, we're going to chat tomorrow. There's no debate tomorrow. It's just a chat. Now, the question for her is, ask her if she had paranormal as a child too.
Good question.
Yeah, well, when I was little, I don't really remember it, but my mom said I used to see a man in a top hat, and I would inquire who he was. I have no memory of it. She told me that I would have like weird experiences where I would just like see old relatives. I would describe them to them that had passed that I didn't meet and I didn't see pictures of, but I can't remember any of it. So I don't know. I don't know if it's my overactive imagination or what. She told me.
No, you probably saw it.
She said, do not tell anyone about this and stop talking about it. And so I didn't tell anyone about it, and I stopped talking about it, and I didn't see them again. So she's like, I blame myself from it. I think you're psychic. I was like, I don't remember it, so it's hard for me to say.
Was this before or after your blood?
I love her. She's beautiful. Great chat.
Oh, thanks.
I had to shout that out.
Take one we can get with. Yeah. So was this before your blood problem or your blood thing, or was this before it or after?
Know what? I always had a lot of bleeding issues. I bled a lot as a kid. If I lost a tooth, it looked like a crime scene. So I think I always had them. I didn't know. Well, I have hemophilia. People like to tell me I don't, but women can have hemophilia. And I do. It's been diagnosed by 2 doctors. But I also have Evans syndrome. So I think I always had hemophilia. And I just, like, obviously we weren't checking for it because it's very rare for girls to have it.
Yeah.
But I would bruise a lot. People would ask me if somebody was hurting me at home. But I always just like, no, I play too hard. I always just thought like, oh yeah, I'm just like running around playing too hard. And when I would lose a tooth, there would be so much blood. It was actually very traumatic for me to lose a tooth. I hated losing teeth because I would bleed so much. So no, I think I always had them.
Don't answer this. You don't have to. Are you an RH negative? Or are you a positive? If you don't know, you don't have to answer it.
I think that I'm positive.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because a lot of RH negatives, because it's one of those weird, rare blood diseases that it's a lot of RH negatives have them too. So that's what I was saying. Yeah, you can't stop bleeding.
Yeah,
your blood clot. You're not clotting. Like.
Well, I can make platelets. It's just that I destroy them. So that's what Evans syndrome is. I destroy my platelets, my red blood cells, and my white blood cells. So I am making them, but I just kill them off really quickly. But currently I'm in remission because I did Rituxan, which is an antibody therapy. It's made of cloned human and rat genes. Yeah, so I'm part rat now.
You got like rat superpowers?
Apparently.
Well, that's why you're a paranormal investigator.
Yeah, that's what I did that twice. I did that I think 8 years ago was the first time I had it, and then I did it again over the summer.
So rat what?
Yeah.
Go slow for stupid people like me.
It's well, here I can pull up the actual definition of what it is.
Yeah, and they use rat DNA.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
it's a mix. It's a man-made antibody.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, no, it's plausible because they use oh god, they use venom. They used to. They used well, they redid it, but snake venom was used for lowering blood pressure.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
That's
Well,
weird.
they redid it in a lab. You know, they're not going to just put fucking
Yeah.
all this
Put a snake on you.
all the time. They redid, but it was the same composition as venom for it's the same thing we're talking about with the rat. So that's what that is. But so what is it called? What is it?
It's Rituxan. So it's Rituxan, and it says it's a man-made antibody that was developed using cloning and recombinant DNA technology from human and murine, which is mice or rat genes. So it kills off like your cancer cells or whatever it is that you're getting treatment for, and like your T cells and stuff like that. And then you're supposed to rebuild the cells better, and hopefully they work this time the way they're supposed to.
Whoa, Eric, find it. Put it in there. Put it in there. Type it up. Let's see what it is. You're gonna have to tell him how to spell it real slow. He's not very smart like me.
All right, I'm ready.
It's Rituxan.
Rituxan.
Wow. I want to see this. This is really cool.
It's a horrible drug. I hated it.
What is it?
But it worked. So.
Did it make you sick? What did it make you feel
really
like?
sick. I lost a lot of my hair. It messed with my teeth. My stomach was really bad. I had a lot of issues from it the second time around.
Oh God.
Well,
it's just weird stuff.
What it says, rituximab is used to treat certain types of cancer, such as non-Hodgkin's. I can't read this shit. It's too much medical words. It works by slowing or stopping the growth of cancer cells. Some brands of rituximab are also used to treat. Man, I can't read those words. Arthritis,
rheumatoid arthritis,
swelling. I feel like I'm back in school. But wow, damn.
That's amazing. I've never heard of that. Well, we learn everything on this channel.
I love rodents too, so I think it's really ironic. It's very weird. I love rodents, and then I have rat genes in me.
You got rat genes. That's awesome.
I appreciate you bringing that up. I know that's not probably an easy topic for you to bring up. Wow.
I'm so used to it now because I was diagnosed when I was 16, so I'm 29 now. So it's I'm so used to it.
That's amazing.
Lately I've been trying to bring more awareness to it, especially because one of my treatments require people donating. So I've been trying to, because we have a shortage right now with some of the treatments that I get. So I've been trying to raise more awareness. I annoy people, I'm sure, on like Instagram and stuff. They're probably like, stop posting about it.
My brother, Mark Wood, thumbs up. Here's our brother. He has the same last name as us, Bob. So he's my brother. Mark Wood, we're brothers.
Don't you know it, brother? It's all about the wood now. Everything, the Bible's all about the wood. Everything goes back to the wood. So that's really cool. That treatment, that's kind of cool. We put that information out there for people to look at. Because some people might be curious about it. They might have cancer. They might want to look into it. Are you short? What are you short on? Is it bone marrow you needed donation?
No, well, I had a bone marrow biopsy. It was to see if my platelets were dying in the bone marrow, and they're not. So basically, my immune system mistakes my platelets, my red blood cells, and white blood cells for bad things, and it destroys them.
Okay.
And, so it's just my immune system doesn't know how to work properly. But then I'm low on IgG, which is immunoglobulin G.
Oh.
And that's an antibody. So I don't have enough of that. There's, I think, 5 types of antibodies. I might be wrong, but I think there's 5, and I'm low on immunoglobulin G. So I was getting IVIG, which is intravenous immunoglobulin. Those were infusions to basically make my IgG count go up.
Okay, so how do you get that? So if I want to walk in and say, hey, I want to donate this for her, do they take blood? Do they take bone marrow? They take spinal fluid? What do they take?
you can donate platelets and
Okay.
blood plasma and things like that. So I don't get
Good,
platelets
yeah.
very often. The only time I really get platelets is when I'm about to go into like a surgical procedure and I'm low on platelets and they want to boost my count out really quickly, then they'll give me platelets. But I'll just destroy them. So I typically don't get them. So basically they weaken my immune system to make it work better. Which sounds very weird and backwards, but it's how it has to be done.
So how do I get it to you? Do I you got a cup? I got a cup. How do I if I mail it with some like I could probably use some dry ice.
But if you really think about it, you have to, Bob. I think you have to admire her even more because when you hear stories about demons and ghosts, how they want to attack you when you're at your weakness.
Yes.
So if you're kind of sick, I'm surprised you're strong that the demons haven't really tried to attack you.
That's probably why she can see him. That's probably why she can see him. She's probably got 1 foot. I'm not saying it like that. You know what I mean? But you got 1 foot on that side and 1 foot on this side your whole life.
Yeah, well, I've almost bled to death on multiple occasions, which is really scary to think about. But then whenever I have to worry about that, I always think I'm going to come through, which I don't know. Some people think it's stupid for me to be like, oh no, I'm going to be fine. But I'm like, I'm going to go to the doctors. I'm going to get this treatment and I'm going to win. So the one time my platelets dropped to 4, they're supposed to be 140 to 400,000. So it's like 4,000. But they always just say 4 when you go to the hospital. So it's very low. You're in danger of spontaneously hemorrhaging. You have a brain hemorrhage and not even know it. So I was covered in bruises. I would say I had like 300 to 400 bruises all over my body. I was very scary looking. And I had petechiae, which is light hemorrhaging under the skin. And I had to tell, this was the first time my husband had like witnessed my platelets drop really low. And I was like, I have to tell him that like I could die. And I feel really bad telling him that. And so I told him, like, don't worry. It's like, I was like, I'm going to win. It's fine. It's like World War III and I'm America. I'm going to come out on top.
For you. I'm just going to buy you a t-shirt with like a girl boxing. It says I'm a badass bitch. So next time you get bruises all over you, they'll go, oh shit, Mom, that's a boxer. That's a boxer.
Yeah, the doctors were fascinated because it was a small hospital. And they all kept coming in to look at me. And I was like, no, I'm not really happy about this. Please leave. They're like, and then I had to go get an ERCP. And they had sent me to this other hospital. They had told him what I looked like, but some of my bruises were going away. And he was like, oh man, I really wanted to see what you looked like. I'm like, thanks.
You're like, I'm sorry.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Let me just get you a little set up there. You got a camera? I'm getting myself worked up for this.
I'm so sorry to have disappointed you.
Oh man, they thought Eric was retarded. So I mean, you know, Eric understand. Eric, they thought you were retarded. Remember that? They thought you were retarded.
Well, thank you for that.
It was derogatory to say that he was a retard. Yeah, retard. I'm gonna make sure we say it right. We don't want to insult people. No, Eric had a speech impediment when he was a kid. They didn't know he was deaf. Eric didn't know he was deaf because my dad was deaf, and so my dad came out of the war, and so his ears are bad. So my dad talked real loud. So we naturally talked real loud. So Eric heard us talk because we all talked real loud. So he didn't have any idea at all. Any hearing problem. So much later. And so all the teachers in school says, that kid does not pay attention. My dad goes, what? You just don't hear you. That's
My grandfather was hard of hearing. We always had to scream at him.
Yeah.
One time I was on the phone with him, I'm literally screaming like on top of it because he couldn't hear me. And I forget what it was, but he was about to like sign up for a scam. So I'm like trying to urgently tell him not to do whatever he was going to do. My mom's like, don't yell at my father like that. I'm like, he can't hear me.
You get used to talking that way. I think it was, I don't quote me, about Sean Connery. I read a story about Sean Connery. I was got that Sean Connery crisp voice, and all the girls just love it. It's really deep and strong. They said, how do you get a voice like that? Well, I guess it was his father or his grandpa that was deaf. So they were raised talking loud to the family talked loud.
Yeah.
So he was used to talking loud. And then he used to go to a mountaintop afterwards because he would be in a situation where everyone was yelling at him to shut up. He's too loud as a kid growing up. But when he went home, he talked normal because that's how they talk with a high pitch, real loud. He went to school and he was being told to shut up. He's talking too loud. So he would, according to what I read, he would go to a mountain or like an edge of a cliff and just scream every day and talk as loud as he wants and to get it out of his system. Then he'd go back home and talk his normal talk real loud. Then he goes to school and he had to learn how to talk real quiet.
Yeah.
Because one of the relatives had bad hearing.
You know what? Actually, I'm glad people in the chat saying they can see this because on my end, I look frozen, but everybody's saying they can see me just fine. But, going through all this shit, going through like the medical stuff, I think it makes you stronger, makes you better at what you do because you get to a point where like, what do I care what people say? I already been through the crap. I almost died already. I was supposed to be dead as a baby when I flew out of a car through a windshield. So it's like, what the hell I got to lose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does your family ever look at you like weird for wanting to go on a ghost hunt by any chance, or are they supportive of your hobby?
Well, when I tell people, I get two different reactions. Normally, either people think I'm absolutely insane, or they think it's really cool. They ask if they can come with. And my family's like both those ways. A lot of them want to go, and a lot of them are like, "Nope, that's all you." My mom went on one. My mom went to Eastern State with us.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I was surprised because my mom was always like, "You can't watch anything with the devil in it because that's inviting the devil into your house." So I'm like, "You want to go to Eastern State with me?" And she did. She had fun.
Shelly wrote, "Thank you, Eric Robert. Thank you, Christine. Great job. You very much as well." An asset and NEA. So that's pretty nice. And I guess she has to go, but she's just saying, she's loving this show tonight.
Don't forget Christine. Don't forget before you guys leave, make sure we're gonna put the link in there and you guys sub Christine. Let's get her subs up.
Same story. So glad you're still with us.
Because it's pretty obvious she's got the Mandela effect. So those of you in the sidebar that's questioning, does she have the Mandela effect? She remembers the lion and the lamb, man. I mean, you don't need to go any further than that. I mean, that's
It is weird how we all almost died. I mean, you went off the cliff. I flew out of a car and got hit by a car, flew out of my shoes, rolled on the road, nothing broken, nothing. And we're still here to talk about it. So it's kind of amazing. So
it's good being dead. It's good dying and stuff, guys. I enjoy life though. So those of you that are watching, none of us have committed suicide. We've all wanted to live. You understand? Christine wanted to live, and she lived. So there's no suicide promotional shit here. Well, if I can almost die, maybe I can have superpowers like them. There is no superpowers other than
I wanted to give up on Rituxan. I wanted to give up so bad. It's not the longest treatment, but it feels like the longest treatment when you're getting it. And I kept going, I'm done. I don't care. I'm done with this. I'm not doing it anymore. And then I go in and people are like, did you get the other treatment? Yeah, I got it. I'm in the chair right now.
This is funny.
I was like, but I knew if I didn't get it, I could die. So I was like, I don't want to get it, but I'm going to do it.
I like what Clown wrote. I was hit by a Toyota. Oh, what a feeling.
Yeah, but that man's been raped by demons. He don't even know it.
Yeah, he gets beat up by demons with black eyes and stuff.
We gotta get you two guys on a show together. You got the demon hunter, and then you got Christine. She just goes out for the basics with the ghosts. Like she likes to have conversation with the ghosts. She ain't hunting no damn demons.
But you know what? Maybe maybe in the future, if Christina ever wants to come back on the show, it's up to her. She enjoyed herself. We get her and Clown on the show together, and we can hear some of Clown's stories about the demon on his hunts. To hear different point of views. Yeah. I think that could be really fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. You should get him on for like the last 15 minutes and see.
Hey, Clown. Hey, Clown, do you want to come on, Clown, for the last few minutes? You want to jump on and join us?
He's a demon hunter.
Well, let me ask you, Christine. Sometimes we had another guest that comes on like two times, 3 times. She's been in the chat. She's called the Witch Goddess.
Oh yeah,
and she taught us a lot about not spells and magic and like.
Yeah.
You have a few witches together, your power can be stronger. Mm-hmm. On that point of view of paranormal, do you believe in witches, warlocks? By any
My
chance?
best friend's a solitary witch.
What's a solitary witch?
Well, she practices alone. She doesn't have anyone that she practices, but I don't think she really knows many people that practice witchcraft. But I think it's very funny because I grew up Christian, but my friends have all different belief systems. I never judge them for it. And I always respect everyone's beliefs. So I think it's interesting when we get together because she has like a different perspective than me. So I like that. I like that we can talk about it and try to look at things through my perspective and her perspective. And she'll bring things along. She'll bring she brings sometimes like salt for purification reasons or crystals, and she's actually the one who got me into crystals.
Okay. So you're Christian. You're practicing Christian.
Yeah.
What's cool about crystals of different communities? Everybody talks about the crystals. The Matrix talked about how the crystal kind of helps zoom in on their abilities.
Yeah.
I want to get me some crystals.
And then what kind of crystals? Like what is your favorite crystal, Christine, that homes your abilities or somewhat or helps you out?
My favorite crystal are amethyst. I have a lot of amethyst. I have some over here actually. I have an amethyst skull.
Sir? Oh, let me see that skull again.
Amethyst clusters.
Oh, cool.
And that's my favorite one, but then they say smoky quartz are good for.
Oh, sorry, my fault. That was my fault.
Oh, what happened?
I accidentally put you in the back. I grayed you out on accident.
That's fine.
Smoky amethyst.
Quartz.
So jump on, Clown. Jump on, Clown. I guess Clown is gonna jump on. He just says I'm ready. So Clown, there's the StreamYard. If you want to jump on for the last few minutes. Jump on.
It's the demon hunter.
Now, Bob, he does look different. He shaved.
Oh, no.
He doesn't look the same. He shaved.
So, Christine, he has a channel too. He does a paranormal stuff. He reminds me of somebody who goes out and hunts grizzly bears only. He's like, goes after the demons. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Forget the ghosts. I'm gonna skip over them. I'm going for the demons.
Smells like sulfur. Like, dang. Now, have you ever smelled like he talked about it before? Have you ever smelled anything like sulfur or anything weird in the?
I don't think I've ever had any like weird smells that I've experienced, but I had one experience where I thought possibly it could have been demonic. We went down this one road that's known as Satansville in Pennsylvania, and it just it felt very negative. We all had like negative experiences when we were there. I also felt horrible at one point. Like we drove by this weird house that we thought could have been like there's some house that you're supposed to look out for. We thought maybe this might have been the house. And while we were sitting there, I felt so weak all of a sudden. I had just felt fine prior. And then my dog is itching her paws in the back. But then my friend and I got out of the car. We were the only ones brave enough to get out of the car. So we got out of the car. We heard weird noises. We felt odd. We felt like it was negative. And then afterwards, I just felt terrible for the rest of the night. I felt absolutely horrible. And I went into almost like a depression afterwards. I don't want to say paranormal, but it could be.
Yeah.
And that was the only time I ever had anything like that happen.
Yeah, that's Clown's area. He goes into those where people say it's like bad. He talks about going into the bad ones, like the bad ones. So
Clown,
you're there.
Hey, Clown, what do you smell? Do you smell something or do you smell yourself?
Smell something? What do you mean?
Like when you go on a demon hunt, like when you go into that church, is there like a strange smell where you kind of know they're there?
Not in the church. The block house I went to. I was in the cemetery there one night, and Alan and Rosie was still at the car, a good distance from me, and I smelled a real strong sulfur smell when that demon tried to come in on me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but the joke was on him because I had a 1 gallon jug of holy water. I just spun around, done a complete 360, slung holy water in every direction. Sitting his ass packed.
Now, would a demon ghost versus a ghost have a stronger smell versus a ghost? Is there a difference of a ghost and a demon smell?
I believe it would just be a demon. But I've seen demons that look humanoid. I've seen some that look like Myrtle's plantation. They've got what looks like a centaur, only it's a scorpion. The upper half is like a humanoid body with a bow. But if you don't have a second sight, you won't see it. And it's only out there at night.
Wow.
Everybody wants to talk about going into Myrtle's to spend money to go spend the night because it's haunted. Look around the grounds outside the Myrtle's. The place is savage.
Oh shoot! So you've been out there? You stayed up all night outside?
I've been out there many a night. My wife, she's dead now, but my wife could see and speak with spirits very well. The lady that died at the Myrtle's plantation, she'd actually come get in the car with us some nights and follow us way up the road and talking with her.
Wow.
About 15, 20 miles up the road, and then she'd tell us she had to go back and check on her kids.
Wow. You have any questions for him, Christine? You want to ask him anything about the demon areas? Because you go into those dark places, you might want to ask him something.
Yeah, how would you say you know for sure when you're encountering a demon if you can't see it?
I can see them.
No, I mean like if you were going in, you couldn't see it.
You can feel it in the air. Anybody that's been into a bad haunted area, they feel like their skin start crawling. You got goosebumps. That's electromagnetic energy that's coming around you and affecting your body. You get that feeling you're being watched.
Okay.
As a survival mechanism people have.
Mm-hmm.
I know anybody here right now can say that one time or another a person was mad at them. It was behind them, sitting there watching them. And you're like, huh? And you turn around and look, and there's somebody sitting there staring at you, giving you stink eye.
So that person giving him stink eye, is that actually a manifested demon in human form?
Oh, what it is people are capable of projecting energy from their body. This has been documented back in the 20s. They actually had a guy with project energy and killed yeast cells in bread. That's why he started putting plates of lead in between it to see if lead would block it. But you can actually project energy from your body.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I feel like you're about to get on a broken roller coaster.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty. Wow. We went from Christina. She's brave. She goes in there by herself. She handles the fucking ghost. You're comfortable with it. Clown, you remind me of someone that's walking in looking for a fight when you go in for
I like
you're like a gunslinger in there.
I like provoking.
That's it. Okay,
yeah.
so you provoke them. That's right.
I know. I got to show his clips in the future of him saying, "Come on, then go ahead, make me die." And he's eating, and he's asking for the ghost to throw bricks at him. I'm like, God damn!
I don't think Christine. You don't provoke, right? You don't provoke.
No, not typically. No.
Okay. Thank you for not doing that. Okay.
Well, I never really had many negative experiences either. Usually my experiences are pretty good, or they're neutral. I mean, I had maybe 1 or 2 negative experiences that were questionable, but never anything where I felt threatened or I had to get more aggressive or anything.
See, demons prey on human spirits. Some of your more powerful ones, they actually use the human soul like a battery and charge up off from them. So I like going in there and finding the ones that's doing this kind of crap and getting rid of them.
So you're kind of a real life Ghostbuster in a way.
Well, exorcist.
You want to get rid of them. You want to do like an exorcism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to get rid of what I can. I've seen a couple of things. I'm not sure what you can do with them.
So, do you not have to be a man of cloth, a preacher, or somebody to do an exorcism? A regular person can actually do one.
You have the abilities. You have the abilities. It's all going to come down to discipline. Anybody said project energy. It's just if you learning how to use it.
I like this person saying Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. So he brings malevolent, and you bring good spirits. She probably brings good ones. People just wanting to pass on or just have a conversation. He brings them the bad ones.
So what you're saying, Bob, is if you're a beginner, go with Christine because you're going to be all right. If you want to go to a fan to get hurt, you go with Clown.
Well, there's a bad spirit. I'm going to talk to them. I just want to talk to anyone. But I mean, I haven't had many negative things. I also think it depends on where you're going too. A lot of times.
Location. It's friggin' real estate. I can feel a damn evil spirit from 10 or 15 miles away in a car and drive right to where they at. You tell them hello.
But Clown, is there an evil spirit here with me?
There's something there. I don't know about evil, but it don't look real nice.
But let me ask you, both of you this question.
Here's the thing. Most people, I want to put a warning out. Most people don't realize everybody's getting spirit boxes nowadays, and they want to run them in their house. They open portals.
That's what I was going to ask you, because a lot of shows on YouTube, everybody's talking to their box in a house. I did.
But a lot of times.
Is there like a ghost in every single house where you can actually talk to something?
Bro, you can't spit without hitting a spot where somebody's died. Human beings have been all over the place. Pretty much any places can be haunted. You can move into a brand new house and your spirit box would pick up stuff, or a Ouija board, or a pendulum. It's the ground.
Yeah, especially this place, especially in England. Oh my God.
So what you're saying is I'm screwed because I'm playing with the box, this app on air live.
Yeah, you have been a lot. Yeah, and I'm the one getting attacked. I'm over here. I ain't doing any of that stuff. I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm keeping up positive waves, and I get attacked.
The reason why?
Why is that?
Demons will seek a person out and hurt them by going after somebody or something they care about. Like my dog just died, the demon got her.
Oh man!
My blockhouse had hit her, and she arched her back and whimpered. She wouldn't go back in that blockhouse anymore, and she was a guardian. She stayed right there with me all the time. She went through kidney failure and renal failure. So 2 days ago, I had to put my dog to sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Once coronavirus is over with, I'm going back to Alabama. I'm going to get me some demon.
If I heard you right, Clown. So with Bob, I should not like him. I should hate him, and then he's safe.
You're gonna go shoot a buck and have it hanging from a tree. There's demon blood. Don't touch it, boy. That's demon hanging there. That's fresh demon kill. Don't touch him. Well, why the hell do I get attacked? I got flatmates, and I'm the only one getting attacked. What the hell's wrong with that? I am not provoking anything, Clown. I'm not provoking nobody. I'm not ill-willing anything. Thing keeps coming for me.
You're the positive one of the two. I can read you. You just bam, everything's good.
Yeah.
But you got a weak spot at the small of your back. There's a black spot right at the small of your back, just about an inch and a half above the belt line. They're hitting it down.
Oh shit! You're not joking, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He's not joking, by the way. Remember I told you how I thought that I got abducted? I have that. I have a purple mark on my there's somebody here that works with the medical field and say, "Hey, man, looks like you got one of those. They take the spinal fluid, something puncture. What do they call that? Spinal, whatever. Yeah, it's the purple spot down there, and there's no way I didn't get anything done, and that thing aches every once in a while. Is that the spot you're talking about?
Here's the thing. Did you ever tell me about this before?
No, I did not tell you about this, by the way. I did not tell him about the lumbar. It's a lumbar, yeah. Looks like a lumbar puncture. It's exactly where they do your lumbar. And so I got the white spot here and that lumbar thing there. And no, I did not tell you about this. I debunked. So people on the sidebar, I debunk. I did not tell them about that. But yeah.
Go to a Reiki, somebody that practices Reiki, and get them to heal that spot and straighten your aura out. You got a weak spot right there to get into.
Oh, shoot. I was going to eat a lot of chili. I mean, they're down that area. I was going to go ahead and just.
Yeah, but how would you find one of those? I'm sure they're not in the yellow pages.
Reiki.
Here they are. I'm actually a Reiki master. It's just I don't really practice it too much anymore.
Are they really in the yellow pages?
You Google it for Reiki for all spiritual healing or Reiki near me, stuff like that.
But how would I be able to tell, like, there's a lot of fake people out there. There's a lot of, like, fakes. How would I know this person is a real Reiki versus a fake one?
That's a good question.
People that's into Reiki are not fakes.
Huh, that's true.
You'll know when you see them that they real. You can sense them.
Okay. Christine, do you do any Reiki or you do any kind of magic or not magic? Do you do
I
any
have
of the...
two friends that are Reiki masters.
Okay.
Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know much about it myself. I do have a few friends that practice it.
Do they have to be like in person, or can we like stream with them and they fix you over the stream?
I have no idea.
I'm just asking.
Now, Robert, if you wanted to, I could try to fix that for you.
Yeah. I was gonna like smudge. I was gonna do a smudging around the house. I don't know what else to do. I mean, it don't bother me other than a burned leg for like a week. I can't scratch.
Well, actually, what would you have to do to fix it? I'm curious.
I'm working on it now.
Oh, you're raking it up. Rake it up in here.
You feel a pulling at your back?
Reiki is energy healing, isn't it?
Yeah. All things the energy. You feel like a pulling at your back now?
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I've been smoking marijuana. I couldn't tell you. I would assume maybe, yeah. You called the first time. You called the spot, so I would imagine you knew what you were doing when you said it. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Again, I've been sipping a little bit of the juice here. Feel a little better, maybe. I can't tell you if it's from the narcotics or from the Reiki.
Yeah, but by now the narcotics should be wearing off. That shouldn't be. I haven't seen you smoke a bowl on the air. It's almost been 2 hours.
It makes it much easier to get a hold of him. Alcohol and stuff like that weakens you down.
That's what it did on me when I do my shows. That's what because I have a little bit to sip.
Everyone, Ricky Woody's back. So everybody's calling out all the Rickies to first bounce back.
Well, he called the spot out, guys. He nailed that one. I figured it was from a abduction. I don't freaking know. I figured I get abducted one time, then I get beat up by ghosts the other day. It's like, what's real anymore? Whatever happened to like cartoons and it was fake. You knew it was fake. And you get to enjoy it being fake. Shit. Now we're all being twisted apart by spirits, little grays.
It's not there anymore.
Cool.
How's your leg feel?
It feels a little. I need a little stretch after the show, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know tomorrow, Cloud. If you come on tomorrow, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll actually go take a look at the mirror.
We are going to wind down a little bit. We're close to 2 hour mark, but I want to just do this real quick. Sub Paranormal TV. This is her webpage right here.
Sub her.
And then I'm also going to put Clown in the chat too. Clown is right now at 818 subs, so we want to get him over 1,000 people. So let's all help each other out.
Christine's over 1,000. She's all like, I'm over 1,000. She's gonna get her past 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Yeah, I've already subbed to Christine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna sub you too after this.
Yeah, I like her. I've been sitting there studying on her. She's good people.
Yeah, the community together. When do we get all the ghost hunters on one show? That'd be great.
I think me clowns should open up a business because last night I was on his channel and we were teaching a guy named Fox on how to use YouTube, how to set it up, how to put tags, and was the clown? We were almost like a whole hour just talking about how to set up YouTube.
I've been helping Fox like 2 days now, training him on how to make a better channel. I don't say I'm no expert, but I've learned a good bit, and I always try to pass on stuff to help people out.
Oh yeah,
so we do more than just talk paranormal and talk Mandela effect. We talk how to set up YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. We're all family. We're all supposed to help each other.
Well,
Yes.
we said earlier that there's a connection with everything. You know, there's a connection with paranormal, Mandela effect, and everything. And before I give everybody the last word, just remember, everybody, tomorrow I have a show. It's Flat Earth Talk. So if you believe in the Flat Earth or not, it's going to be a fun conversation. It's interesting. So you don't have to believe in the Flat Earth, but we're going to have a fun conversation tomorrow, just talking about why the Earth is flat, why we believe the Earth is flat versus round Earth. But one thing I will say, everybody does agree on about not the flat or round. But most everybody agrees on the NASA's a piece of shit, and NASA never tells you the truth in the first place. So that is something that everybody could agree on. But before we go, Christine, do you want to say anything about your channel by any chance? Do you want to mention anything about your shows? Do you do them like once a week or?
2020 was supposed to be my year of investigations. I don't know how that's going to go now since I'm stuck inside. But I'm hoping to do more investigations soon when everything lets up. In fact, I was supposed to investigate the lunatic asylum in West Virginia, but that got canceled.
You know, things will, trust me, things will get back to normal because listen, I don't like Trump, but Trump is right. The America is designed to work. And he wants to get people back to work. So I think in June is when they're gonna let everybody back, because you have to. Otherwise, we're gonna collapse. So I think things will get back to normal. And I'm excited to see that video when you actually do that investigation. Are you do it live, or are you gonna film it and make an upload?
I like to film it, and then I go back and I like to go through all my footage very carefully. It takes me a very long time before I figure out everything I'm going to put in one video, because I want to make sure that everything is really paranormal that I'm presenting as evidence. So I go and I carefully review it all, and then I do some like cool editing in the beginning, and then for my investigations, it's very minimalistic editing. I want people to know it's very legit. I'm not faking anything.
That's awesome.
Oh, man, I want to see that.
Well, look at that. The Matrix Unveiled is in the chat. Americans love working. Matrix Unveiled, I did not delete your comments. I don't know how that happened. I apologize. I did not delete your comments. I think it was the Matrix that did that. So,
Yes.
Clown, you want to say anything before we end the show?
I was going to tell Shelly I appreciate her. And Robert, let me know how your leg's doing. You might not know it right now, but if you think about it, leg might have a little tingle to it.
Okay, I'll let you know tomorrow. If you guys come on the show, I'll give you guys a little brief of my leg and my back. I'll let you guys know about that one. You called it. I didn't give you no answer about my back. That was kind of weird.
Also, remember, can you heal my pec muscle tear, Clown? Can you heal that?
Maybe. Get started.
Yeah.
Probably been taking a little while to do. See, what I was doing to fix something basic is like a spiritual injury with him. With like physical, that could take more effort and more time to do something with.
Well, this is awesome, guys. So, Christine, in the future, would you ever like to come back in the future?
Yeah, I had fun. Thank you for having me.
This is fun. I love this. We just chat. Doesn't matter what our subject is. We just talk whatever we want to talk about. So. Well, guys, I'm gonna end this show. I appreciate everybody jumping on. Make sure you sub everybody, and all right, I'll see you guys later.
All right, Christine.
See you later, Clown. See you later, Christine.